Good evening and welcome to the news. First, let us take a look at the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses nation in his Mann Ki Baat 127th episode. Ribhoi residents gather at Nirbong village to enthusiastically participate in event. SSA Teachers Association moves Supreme Court against a mandatory teachers eligibility test rule. Ribhoi police take the wheel, clearing National Highway 6 of haphazard trucks. ASEAN leaders convene at 47th Summit to strengthen trade and economic cooperation amid global tariff pressures. And Ahor 4x4 Off-Road Challenge 2025 concludes in Umyam, celebrating a decade of adventure and drawing large crowds to boost local tourism. First, we bring to you the local news. Across the nation today, inspiring citizens with messages of unity, progress and collective responsibility. In Meghalaya, the program was screened at Nirbong village in Ribhoi district, where residents gathered in large numbers to listen to the Prime Minister's address. The event drew an enthusiastic response from the local community. The special screening at Nirbong aimed to encourage civic participation and strengthen the bond between citizens and nation's leadership.
हम लोग का आज का जो प्रोग्राम हुआ है बहुत अच्छा लगा। हम लोग का जितने भी गाँव से जितने भी आया है यहाँ में इकट्ठा हुआ है ये प्रोग्राम के लिए, तो इन लोग को बहुत अच्छा लगा है कि ऐसा प्रोग्राम इनको पहली बार दिखाई मिल रहा है। इसी थ्रू से ये प्रोजेक्ट लगा है, इसमें दिखाई मिल रहा है कि लाइव भी आया है। तो गाँव वालों
127 एपिसोड मन की बात प्रोग्राम में आज से नरबंग दरबार हॉल में हम लोग ऑर्गेनाइज किया था और आज 100 एबव पीपल ज्वाइन किया है हम लोग का साथ इस गांव से, और आमने सामने और भी गांव हैं, तो 100 एबव हम लोग ज्वाइन हुआ है।
The Meghalaya SSA School Association has filed a review petition in the Supreme Court seeking reconsideration of its September 1st order that mandates all in-service teachers to clear the Teacher Eligibility Test or TET within 2 years to continue in service. The association's president Aristotle Rimbai said the current judgment applies to all teachers regardless of their length of service. The review petition was filed on Friday. Earlier, Education Minister Lakmin Rimboy had warned that nearly 10,000 teachers in Meghalaya who have not yet cleared the TET could face termination if the order is implemented as it stands.
The 24th of October 2025, we have filed a review petition in the Honorable Supreme Court of India, seeking the Honorable Supreme Court to review its final judgment dated 1st September 2025 in the case of Anjuman Ishaq Talim Trust versus the state of Maharashtra, which have made teachers' eligibility tests mandatory for all in-service teachers, irrespective of their length of service.
Ribhoi police have hit the brakes on chaos along National Highway 6, clearing a stretch of illegally parked trucks that clogged the roadway. Led by Ribhoi Superintendent of Police V.S. Rathore, the crackdown from Birnihat to Jorabad has eased traffic snarls and reduced accident risk. Drivers were fined and educated on road safety, while designated parking zones were strictly enforced. Authorities vow the campaign will continue to keep the highway safe and congestion-free. The Meghalaya government has approved the establishment of a new police outpost at MEGHALAYA in West Khasi Hills district to strengthen public safety and administrative efficiency. The outpost will cover MEGHALAYA and surrounding villages, bordered by neighboring police stations in Nongston, Maushinrut, Maukarwat, Nongkhalam and Shalang. It will become operational from its publication in the official gazette, improving policing and emergency response in the region. The Meghalaya Legislative Assembly on Saturday held a commemorative ceremony at Moksha Villa, Tura, to release a book on the life and legacy of the late Captain W.A. Sangma, the state's first Chief Minister. Titled Captain Williamson A. Sangma, Architect of Meghalaya. The book was authored by Dr. Andrew Simons and released by Assembly Speaker Thomas A. Sangma on the 35th death anniversary of the leader. The Speaker paid tribute to Captain Sangma's humility, integrity and unifying leadership, while Dr. Simons said the book highlights his peaceful struggle for statehood.
Book contains his early life and political journey. It also contains recollection of Captain W.A. Sangma's by his family members. It also contains the rich tributes paid by some of our state's political leaders in the assembly on his passing away. It also has Captain Sangma's speeches in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly. As we turn each page, let us remember that Captain Sangma's story is also the story of Meghalaya.
I had the privilege of associating myself with late Captain Williamson Sangma when he was Chief Minister. Along with my colleague Training is Sangma, we had travelled length and breadth of Meghalaya along with late Captain W.A. Sangma. Sense of honor and joy. And also, as mentioned by our host and anchor, I'm very proud to carry the name Apang along with late Captain W.A. Sangma also.
A 42-year-old man, Tamdor Lang Risau of Nongrak Block 2, Shillong, was arrested on October 25th for multiple cases of sexual harassment and stalking in Lat-Umkra. The incidents reported since May 2025 involved obscene acts near Don Bosco Square, Dhankiti, Malki Road and Loreto Convent. Police recovered the black Bolero ML05P7884 used in the offences. The accused will be produced in court for further proceedings. We will be back after a short break.
कहानी नहीं बदली, स्टाइल गया है बदल। जो कहानियां हम सुनते आए, देखते आए, अब वही वैसी ही कहानी सुनाएगा डिजिटल।
Download Waves OTT app now and watch for free.
Back to the news. Dinet Manik's A Memorial School in Shillong celebrated 25 years of education yesterday with songs and dances. Founded in 2000 by the late Dinet Manik's EM, the school also runs a morning section for underprivileged students, started in 2011. Principal Drimsiban Kharkongor highlighted the school's journey, while Social Welfare Advisor Paul Lingdo donated ₹2 lakh and urged youth to find their purpose. Director of School Education Bantailang Kharshandi called for focus on science and technology, and a 5-year plan was unveiled to expand learning, extracurriculars and student enrollment.
Artificial intelligence. I think all of you know about artificial intelligence, right? And many of you actually use.
Very encouraging to see that we also have a plan forward. the vision for the next 5 years. It reminds me of the saying that if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. It's very important for each of us to keep that thought in mind because it is relevant to our professional and personal lives and also collectively as a state and as a people.
It gives me a lot of pleasure to see that the teachers, there is a very, very close connection between the teachers and the students. And whenever I visit these schools, I always used to tell the teachers and the students that in today's world, the primary focus should always be on science and technology. Personally myself, I don't belong to the science background because we took science. I took science up to class 10, and from there onwards, I never took science because at that point of time I had very less interest in science. But after entering the service, I realized that students, if they have to excel in life, they have to have a very, very close connection with science, technology, and of course, environment as well.
A truck overturned on National Highway 6 at Samlem in Ribhoi district around noon today after swerving to avoid a small vehicle. The truck carrying food items including chips and chocolates was driven by Nasir Ahmed Chaudhary with his helper Rashid Ahmed, both from Silchar. While the vehicle lost balance and the goods were damaged, both occupants escaped unhurt. The small vehicle reportedly fled the scene and police have launched an investigation into the incident. Now the regional news. Tawang district's stunning Jang waterfall, also known as Nuranang Falls, is attracting increasing numbers of tourists, including visitors from abroad. The waterfall has become one of Arunachal Pradesh's most popular tourist destinations. DD News spoke with tourists from across India who expressed awe at the breathtaking beauty of the falls and the rainbow. Many described the experience as unforgettable and praised the scenic surroundings with its growing popularity. Jang waterfall is emerging as a must-visit attraction for nature lovers and adventure seekers visiting Arunachal Pradesh.
Very impressed with the waterfall. It's lovely to see the rainbow and how everybody here enjoys the water and the sounds of the waterfall. I'm very happy to be here.
सब लोग इधर आके ये व्यू देखना चाहिए और क्या बोलूँ मैं, ये नज़ारा ही बहुत अच्छा है।
तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, बड़ा है, बढ़िया है, बहुत बढ़िया है। फॉल्स रूट भी बढ़िया है, आते वक्त ज़बरदस्त है। अभी हम सिलापास से आए तो उधर भी सिलापास भी अच्छा है।
In national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his Mann Ki Baat address on Sunday, paid homage to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, known as the Iron Man of India, for his dedication to the freedom struggle. Marking Patel's 150th birth anniversary, the Prime Minister recalled his contributions as Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister and urged citizens to join the run for unity on October 31st in his honor.
प्यारे देशवासियों, सरदार पटेल जी की 150वीं जयंती का दिन पूरे देश के लिए एक बहुत विशेष अवसर है। सरदार पटेल आधुनिक काल में राष्ट्र की सबसे महान विभूतियों में से एक रहे हैं। उनके विराट व्यक्तित्व में अनेक गुण एक साथ समाहित थे। वे एक अत्यंत प्रतिभाशाली छात्र रहे। उन्होंने भारत और ब्रिटेन दोनों ही जगह पढ़ाई में बेहतरीन प्रदर्शन किया। वे अपने समय के सबसे सफल वकीलों में से भी एक थे।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in the 127th episode of Man Ki Baat on Sunday, praised India's growing coffee culture, describing it as a coffee at its finest, brewed in India and loved by the world. The Prime Minister said coffee cultivation has transformed lives and become a symbol of pride for the country. Prime Minister Modi also noted that coffee from Odisha, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and the Northeast is gaining global recognition, strengthening India's identity as a leading coffee producer.
दुनिया भर में भारत की कॉफी बहुत लोकप्रिय हो रही है, चाहे कर्नाटका में चिकमंगलूर, कुर्ग और हासन हो, तमिलनाडु में पुलनी, शेवरॉय, नीलगिरी और अन्नामलाई के इलाके हो, कर्नाटका, तमिलनाडु सीमा पर बिलीगिरी क्षेत्र हो या फिर केरला में वायनाड, त्रावणकोर और मालाबार के इलाके, भारत की कॉफी की डाइवर्सिटी देखते ही बनती है। मुझे बताया गया है कि हमारा
And now in international news. One person was killed and 6 others injured in a shooting at Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, USA on Saturday night. Authorities confirmed a suspect reportedly carrying a gun has been taken into custody. Chester County District Attorney Chris D. Barrena-Sorobi said investigators are still determining if others were involved in the incident. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro said he had been briefed and pledged full support to the university and local law enforcement. Leaders of the Southeast Asian bloc ASEAN, along with several dialogue partners, attended the plenary session of the 47th ASEAN Summit on Sunday, focusing on trade and regional economic cooperation. At the annual meeting, ASEAN aims to promote trade, multilateralism and strengthen ties with new partners while navigating challenges from global tariff pressures. Malaysia, the host country, announced it will also chair a summit of the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership RCEP, the world's largest trade bloc, on Monday. In sports news. From a small village, Katnar in East Giant Hills, to the global stage, Olivia Dakar is proving that talent, determination and courage can break barriers and inspire a generation. Speaking to DD News, Olivia began arm wrestling in her village to stay away from negative influences and pursue her dream of becoming an athlete. Since 2023, she has competed in national and international events, winning 7 gold, 4 silver and 1 bronze medal. Despite financial challenges and no coach, she relied on family and local support and urged the government to help talented athletes. Olivia is currently the only female arm wrestler from her district to represent at all levels, inspiring local youth to take up the sport.
Ya, kibaya kendo kibun tamaba ngami da kalangin kebedo te ta ngakwa ban timtiu ma ngakwa ban timtiu ya kasarka ba kanpet yang ni ki kon samla ki badan ya kata ka sap ki badan jimut ya kata ka ki badan jimut hakini ki kam spot nama ba hake kam spot gula ban kia shibun kita ki sniu jong ka perthei ma nama ba daka jingtrang kita ki badan ki ba yo dan la yo i kata kita ki jerap ki kwa ki kepenong ki bakin ki cucu bakin nak kita ki kam masni kan.
The 31st State Karate Championship 2025 concluded on Saturday at JN Indoor Stadium in Polo, Shillong. After 3 days of intense competition, organized by the All Meghalaya Karate Do Association with support from the Directorate of Sports and Youth Affairs, the championship saw 512 participants from 8 districts compete in kumite or sparring and kata or technique demonstrations. The event was attended by Cabinet Minister Sanbor Shalai, who also presented the winners with medals and trophies. The 7th Ahor 4x4 Off-Road Challenge 2025 concluded on Saturday at Maulendep, Umyam, celebrating 10 years of the adventurous Hinyo Trep Off-Roaders or Ahor. 60 drivers competed across stock, semi-modified, pro-modified and women's categories on rugged tracks, with High Fields EM Likstar Marbanyang, Bari Umder and Iba Pinsuklang RL Maulong winning top honours. Organized with Meghalaya Tourism Department's support, the event drew large crowds and boosted local tourism, highlighting the state as a hub for adventure sports in the northeast.
Congratulations once again, second runner-up semi-modified category, Kusten P. Bujan, FL Nonglai. Cheers for the woman! Everybody! Jeepers! Yang kasih ngakhat syakmat, ya iba bari umda. Best driver category.
Semoga kejangan yang dijikot semoga kejongki bahkan di dalam berikat wansaki hasil kebaan dengan kepada janglah yang ini challenge kebaan mention stem ngelawan kon di dalam benda buat kebal nasol tenat buat kebaan mention kalau menyui bahwa benda hangi mau lep kebal gila pentingnya naga value kebaan mention stem kejiwan jadi participants kaladan kieu apa yang do sampai ke ngot but kini gilai ski kilasaki ya ke competition gilai sau kategori
basis ko ay government kalong ba fideban nang support susu ko bini jai sport na kam dade kom ki we jai sport ni compare tang balong lingba jing support jong government mo kan la ban kan tieu hi kena sama jong iro bakin la banya nya rumah rasurok banwan compete hamadan kumu participant sakani ka ahor muntak layak news dam yang ngamjumes teman resna maila kai bet kani ki event muntak ka de ba he kam ponor is lawanong tasmilin tinis mak ka ahor kan le khamba kam promote khamba khambun participants next year.
The West Garo Hills Shooting Association WGHSA held a one-day free sports shooting camp at Don Bosco High Secondary School, Tura, on Saturday to promote shooting ahead of the 2027 National Games in Meghalaya. The camp saw participation from 34 students and several teachers who trained in Olympic shooting disciplines, including 10-meter air rifle, air pistol and .22 pistols and rifles. Coach John Thonaujam guided the participants on safety rules and practical exercises.
And it is small. This is medium size. Okay.
Now for the weather report. First, let us take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature 20 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 31 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 63%. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 15 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 26 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 75%. Meanwhile, in Jawai, minimum temperature 16 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 26 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 58%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jawai says dry weather is most likely. Before we wind up, here are the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses nation in his Mann Ki Baat 127th episode. Ribhoi residents gather at Nerbong village to enthusiastically participate in event. SSA Teachers Association moves Supreme Court against a mandatory teacher eligibility test rule. Ribhoi police take the wheel, clearing National Highway 6 of haphazard trucks. ASEAN leaders convene at 47th Summit to strengthen trade and economic cooperation amid global tariff pressures. And Ahor 4x4 Off-Road Challenge 2025 concludes in Umyam, celebrating a decade of adventure and drawing large crowds to boost local tourism. That's all we have in the news for today. Until we meet again tomorrow at the same time, same channel. Thank you for watching and good night.